Hey, brother teacher here, Grandmaster Stroud. Um, I've noticed something on the internet here for quite a while, probably at least a year or so since I've been watching some martial arts instructors, just perusing, if you will, some of the instructions from various other teachers online, and I found them talking about self-defense. Especially the thing that caught my eye was self-defense for women and for people in general, even. But the focus was really on women's self-defense. Holding on to your purse, how to stop someone who's holding you from behind or choking you or grabbing you, or so forth. I won't mention any names because it's not important. As much as it bothers me watching the videos sometimes, but hear wisdom, ladies and gentlemen, and understand this. Uh, the martial arts style or system should not predominate the human experience. In other words, however you walk into a dojo, dojang, kung, or training hall, self-defense center, whatever you want to term it, however you walk in is how you should be received. In other words, if you come into a martial arts facility to learn self-defense, they should be able to cater to you based on your restrictions or your limitations. In other words, if you are not able to use one of your arms and you have limited mobility, that martial arts school and or instruction or instructor rather should be able to set up a program, if they don't already have it in place, for people who have disabilities or limited movement or something that allows them to not be able to use their limbs to the fullest capacity. Same thing is true if you have a bad knee, bad ankle, bad hips. Your instructor or potential instructor should be able to instruct you on how to defend yourself with those things taken into consideration. It is not a very good instructor at all who does not take into consideration the fact that human beings have conditions, especially when you start aging, when you get past the age of 40, 50, 60 years old. You know, it could be issues with your sight, it could be hearing, it could be your arms and legs are not the same, and you have arthritic conditions and things of that nature, and you just are not able to ambulate or move around as you did when you was in your 20s and teens and so forth. And that instructor should be able to accommodate you and not try to classify you in the whole group of students that they typically would instruct on a larger basis. In other words, let's say, for example, you join a taekwondo school, and most of us know that taekwondo is renowned for kicking. If you can't kick, that school shouldn't turn you away if you're there for self-defense. I don't believe that anyone that calls themselves a martial arts school or center that based on any reputation should ever say that we only deal with people who are healthy and fit this certain criteria, because that's not genuine to what martial arts represents. Martial arts, before it is ever a sport, if you call it martial arts, that is, before it is ever a sport, it is always steeped in, baked in, entrenched in self-defense. That's the foundation of anything that we call martial arts. The word martial refers to war arts, war arts. So if you are naming any school a martial arts school, irrespective of where it came from, be it Japanese in culture, be it Korean, be it American, be it Chinese or otherwise, if you're saying it is a martial arts school, then you ought to be teaching martial arts and not just the sport aspect of it. It's that simple. So again, to drive this point home, if I can, is that if you're looking to go to a school, a reputable school, and you have limitations, you may be obese, you may be extremely obese, You might be a very short individual. You might be a very petite individual. You might be missing a few fingers off of your hand, and you might be missing a few toes because of diabetes or what have you. You might have bad knees, bad hip, bad back, or what have you. But you still deserve to be able to learn how to defend yourself from a self-defense standpoint based on your limitations. And not just having to go and purchase a firearm. You may not have the capacity or the finance to go and purchase a firearm. You may not even be legally able to purchase a firearm. Just depends on where you fall in the spectrum. So every instructor should be aware of this and be able to accommodate you. That's it, and that's all. This is Grandmaster Stroud, also known as Brother Teacher. If you have any further comments, or not suggestions but comments, in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video.